I know it's not Hanukkah, and it's not anywhere near Hanukkah, but you know what they say, it's always Hanukkah somewhere. That's why I'm going to review 8 of the most popular menorahs out there, so you know which will help you have a happy Hanukkah. Let's start off with our first menorah. It's very typical fare, maybe a little simpler than normal, but nothing crazy. Unfortunately, it can only hold one candle, which fellow menorah experts in the audience will know isn't enough. It's good if you only want to celebrate one day of Hanukkah, but otherwise, not great. 2 stars. Now, if you don't closely follow the menorah community, you may not understand what's going on here. This is a pre-lit, a new kind of menorah that comes straight out of the box already on fire. It's convenient, saves time, and really helps if you're too squeamish to use a lighter. That's where the positives end for this one, though. It's ugly, smells awful, falls over easily, and on top of all that, has only one candle. Honestly, if someone gave me one of these, I'd probably just throw it out. 1 star. Now this is a menorah. It can fit as many candles as you want, and thanks to its soft body, you can arrange those candles however you like. And that's not all. Because this menorah has such a big top, you can easily decorate it however you want. You can add little figures, you can write, you can even stack another menorah on top. Having this much customizability on top of a pretty nice looking base makes this a superb choice for your Hanukkah celebration, whichever way you slice it. 5 stars. Visuals wise, this menorah stands head and shoulders above the rest. I really love the organic feel that it's got going on, and just how much personality it has. It just gives off an imposing, kind of regal aura that I'm a big fan of. Where this menorah falls short is setup. If you want to install candles onto it, you'll have to stick them onto one of these spikes, which is a lot of work and easy to mess up. There's workarounds like pre-drilling, but you shouldn't have to look up a bunch of tutorials and bust out power tools just to use a menorah. It sometimes feels like this menorah was deliberately designed to force users to buy a bunch of expensive menorah accessories, which is always a pet peeve of mine. Overall, a good design with flawed execution. I hope it can be improved upon in the future, but until then, 3 stars. For this one, the designers went all in on convenience. It's not just a pre-lit, it's a pre-lit that can set itself up for you. At your command, it will fly around and perch wherever you want. You can even command it to follow you for long distances. These 2 features make it easy to move it around your house and move it from place to place, which can be a huge help if you have to move unexpectedly. I know a few people whose houses burned down shortly after they bought this menorah, and they were able to transport it to another house easily thanks to this feature. I do have a few complaints though. The flames on this one are quite big, so it can be difficult to differentiate the individual candles. Furthermore, the color of the flames and the menorah itself are way too similar, which reduces the amount of color contrast. This one's certainly not perfect, but the convenience factor still makes it a great catch. 4 stars. Our next entry is another pre-lit. It's a little out there, but there's a lot to like about it. The choice to go with red is a bold risk, and it's one I think pays off handsomely. The specific shade they went with is unique, striking, and very festive. I also love the candles. They've got a lot of detail that contrasts well with the more simplistic menorah. Best of all, they last a long time. I've heard of people being able to use a single set for decades without them ever going out. The beauty and efficiency of this menorah are certainly hard to top. There's just a couple of issues that drag it down a notch or two. Visually speaking, the candles are not for everyone. They also have a tendency to make loud screaming noises, so maybe don't use them around kids. And, of course, the menorah only holds 3 candles. This one's definitely a mixed bag, but if you can forgive its shortcomings, it'll definitely leave its mark on you. 3 stars. Our next entry is really something special. Its sheer scale alone is staggering. Every last inch of it is chock full of fascinating detail. Watching it all in motion is an incredible experience. If you buy one of these, I strongly suggest just spending a while looking around before you start using it. You never know what you might stumble across. The interesting thing about this menorah is it's a sort of hybrid pre-lit. Some of it is already on fire to help you get started, but you're going to have to light some parts up yourself if you want multiple patches of flame. Obviously, that's a lot of work, but I appreciate the customizability this enables, and the results speak for themselves. Without a doubt, this is a great menorah, maybe even the greatest one ever. I think it's a limited edition release, so you should definitely buy one and light it up while you still can. You won't regret it. 5 stars. Our final menorah isn't quite as large as the last one, but it's still very impressive. The flames especially are a real sight to behold. They fly so high up and burn so brightly, you'd think it was the end of the world. The menorah itself is a little drab, but the sheer power of the flames more than make up for that. Set this baby up in your living room, and you'll definitely have a Hanukkah for the ages. But there's only one candle, so I can't rate it that high. 3 stars.